Hi, just a few announcements before we begin. First, most times in my life, I can't think of a good comeback, like in the heat of the moment. But there are rare occasions when I do think of something to say in the moment, and I say it. Those times, like those stories, those are the ones in the second category. Those are the ones I'll be sharing here today. The times when I thought of something to say in the moment and I said it. For me, it's kind of remarkable in that way. Now, I realize that it might not be remarkable to you, which and that's okay. I hope that you find them remarkable. But if you don't, no big deal. And that leads me to my second announcement. And my second announcement is just to ask you to please suspend judgment of me, of my material, and certainly of yourselves. This is a safe space, and if you for whatever reason you do find yourself needing to suspend your judgment, I would just recommend that you suspend it someplace that can bear the weight of your particular amount of judgment. So if you're feeling particularly judgy, then you might want to suspend your judgment from a door jamb, or perhaps a cross beam, or something like that. All right? Safety first, last, and always. We wouldn't want anyone being crushed under the weight of their own judgment. So what else did I want to say? There was something else that it hasn't been easy. None of it's been easy. Were there times when I was left behind, when I wasn't included? You bet. But I didn't get down. I enjoyed the quality time with myself. I drank a Coke in the alley, the same alley that the old rag man would drive down shouting, "Give me old rags, old furniture!" Do I ever feel like that old rag man? No. But I'll tell you one thing, I remember it like it was a month and a half ago, or maybe even more. So, yeah, if you learn anything from my life, just let it be something useful, like how I sing the Batman theme song to help me clean up faster, something like that. Like, not something that will lead down the path of destruction. I've often said to the guy with the money, like, no, let me pay for it. Let me get the check. But he says, nah, just leave the tip. And I say, thanks. But inside, I'm real jealous. And that's a wicked emotion. So, so relax, smoke a candy cigarette, or a pretzel rod, or a carrot stick, whatever it takes. You do you, and then get up tomorrow morning and vow to never do that again. Go to libraries, go to museums, go to symposiums, and while you're there, take a good long nap. A nap that brings you so far into REM that you have dreams that scare you and make you cry huge puddles of tears while laughing at the senseless, random perversions of real life where you meet every animal you have ever consumed. So many, so friendly, each one forming a larger piece of a smaller mosaic, which is, dare I say it, the life force that is unconditionally conditional. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And it's not some childhood toy that only you remember. No, not the Lost in Space robot. No, this is real. It's as real as a headache in the mind of a bilocative saint with a photo of their childhood pinned right to the lapel, like in one of those buttons that the nuns would make with their Ronco button makers, those wacky nuncompoops. You see what I did there? You see what I did there? You do see what I did there. So in conclusion, I just want to say that the time for words, the time for inaction has only just begun. So go forth and avoid eye contact, because the pupils are the windows to the soul. And the soul, what can I say about the soul? Other than I've invented an apparatus to keep it from getting rained on. But as luck would have it, I left it in the back of a cab. Classic Matt! What else? Nothing! Boom! Oh, classic Matt. Oh yeah, you don't have to call me Classic Matthew. You don't have to say Classic Matthew. You can say Classic Matt. Although my full name is Matthew Higgins, like I said, you can just call me Matt. It's just a quick derivation of my name. Matthew is a Hebrew name, which means gifted or gift from God. And Higgins is an Irish surname, which means Viking. Translated, my name is Gifted Viking. I take you to a scene. 700 AD. A damp morning on the coast of Ireland. Gifted, a Viking, wearing animal skins over a wool tunic, sits on a rock writing in his journal. Grog, a larger Viking wearing more animal skins over a woolier tunic, enters carrying a battle axe and a spear. Grog, we're going pillaging. Wanted to know if you want to come. No, give me a sec, Grog, just finishing up my morning pages. Morning pages? What morning pages? Morning pages? 20-minute free write. I do it in the morning. What free write mean? Just put pen to paper. No worry about spelling, grammar. Don't edit myself. Just keep writing. Oh, sounds stupid. Grog, I'm glad you feel comfortable enough in our relationship to share feelings, even if they are difficult. This is a safe space. Oh, thanks for a reminder, Gifted. You're welcome, Grog. Just try not to judge. Get out of my own way. Oh, Gifted, I appreciate you. Gifted stands. And I appreciate you, Grog. And I receive you. And I accept you. And I celebrate you. The two friends, they exit together, playfully wrestling along the way. Scene. Nice work, Matt. Nice work. Way to go. Way to take that, that Promethean risk and boldly share a bit that is uniquely you, pal. Oh, man. You see what I did there? You see what I did? I congratulated myself in a very specific way for a job well done. And in doing so, what I'm doing is I'm treating myself as if I am someone that I love. I'm treating myself as a friend would treat me. Okay? So, yeah. truth be told, there are times when I don't feel comfortable in my own skin. But I know it's wrong to wear someone else's, so I just roll with it. But I've been working on my low self-esteem. Not lowering it, you silly so-and-sos. No, I've been working on raising my low self-esteem. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that are, have to work on, lowering their extremely high self-esteem. There are probably people like, oh, wow, whoa, hey, my self-esteem's off the hook. I gotta lower it. But if anybody can do it, it's this guy. No, that's not me. I'm not in that category. But here are a few things that I do to help raise my self-esteem, and I'll share them with you. Okay, so first, when I run into someone that I haven't seen in a long time, you know what they always say. They go, "Hey, Matt, how are you?" And what I do is I go like this. I go, "You tell me." And I do a little spin like that. Like, you tell me, right? What I do is I put it back on them, and that puts them in the uncomfortable position of having to say something positive, or else they'll seem like a jerk, you know what I mean? So then they respond like, you look, Matt, you look, you're great. You look amazing, yeah, whatever, And then I respond by what? By saying, thank you. See what I did? I said thank you, and I incorporated a very subtle head nod with it. So I say thank you, as if I agree with them. Okay? They say, okay, I thank you. Like that. And you can mess around with the degree of the nod or whatever. Like I said, I try to keep it subtle. It's really just for me. And finally, what I do is, you might want to just not try this right away. But what I do, I've been doing this for a little while. But so what I do is I actually do battle with my distorted belief system, and that's stupid. And this bit is totally contrived, and it's not funny. Okay, looks like we started. No, actually the bit is not stupid, and I am going to take a risk, a Promethean risk, which is a word that I got from dictionary.com. Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, yeah, just get on with the bit. It's totally contrived. Look, it's not contrived. And I will, of course, as you can see, I'll be playing both roles, and they can see that you're playing both roles. I'm just explaining it for clarification sake. You lily-livered clotpole! In the beginning, I take a lot of hits. And I'm winning in the beginning. But then I start throwing obstacles up against my distorted belief system. I light fires. I build walls. I do concussion grenades. And then you said concussion grenades. And then I pin my distorted belief system down on the ground, and I say, look at me, you son of a gun. And my distorted belief system looks up and says, I see you. Woo! Great job again, Matt. Way to go. Way to physicalize that relationship. We really saw it. That was terrific. Way to go. Again, listen to, so I'm complimenting myself as if thank you. Thank you. right? You see what I'm doing? I am treating myself as if I am a friend, as if I am someone that I love, and then I'm going to like fully receive that. You can even try this, fully receive it, and that should help with your distorted, doing battle with your distorted belief system. Believe me, it never goes away. You just have to keep on, and it's there for a reason. It's probably trying to protect you on some level or something like that. Anywho, speaking of things and people that I love my family more than anything in the whole wide world. I absolutely love my family. I just love hanging out with my family, don't I? I'm getting a big nod from the couch over there. Not from the couch. All right. So I love my family. I was visiting with my family, my larger family, kind of recently, and my nephew was ordering food to be delivered, and he's like, "Hey, Uncle Matt, do you want white rice or brown?" And I was like, I'll take white rice. And he said, "Are you sure? White rice is bleached." I said, "Oh man, I don't think it is actually. I think that white rice is milled." And he was like, "No, I'm pretty sure it's bleached, Uncle Matt." And then he took out his iPhone and he Googled it, and he was like, "Uncle Matt, you're right. White rice is milled, and brown rice is brown because it still has the husk on it, so it's not bleached." I was like, "Yeah, there you go." And he was like, "Wow, what did you do back in the day when you didn't have cell phones that you could just like Google something right away and get the right answer for it?" And I said, "I'll tell you what we didn't do." I said, "We didn't have petty conversations." I said, "All of our conversations were deeply philosophical. Like I'd be outside playing, I'd be outside like tossing the pigskin with my friend, we'd just be tossing the pigskin, and I would say something like, is God real?" And they'd be like, "Define God." And I'd be like, "Oh man, come on. You know what I'm talking about, an omnipotent," and he'd be like, "being?" And I'd be like, no, not like an omnipotent being, no. And he'd be like, "energy source?" I'm like, "Yeah, maybe like an omnipotent energy source." And he'd be like, "Where?" And I'm like everywhere. Then he'd go like, "Even in your underwear?" And I'd chuck off. And I would tackle him, and we'd laugh and we'd wrestle, rough and tumble play, outdoors, no iPhones, no electronic devices, no sunscreen, just like shirts and skins, and one would pin the other one down to the ground, and there would be a winner and there would be a loser, and we'd look each other in the eyes and we would make some mad eye contact, sustained eye contact. And then our mothers would call us in for dinner, and then we'd go home, and me and my 6 siblings, we would we'd wash off all the dirt with a bar of ivory soap that floated, right? And then all 9 of us, we'd sit around the dinner table and we would say grace, and then we'd have dinner together, careful not to raise the ire of our father, who worked a full day, man, who worked like 9 to 5 or earlier, and then we'd go upstairs and we would do our homework, right? And if we didn't understand something, we would write it down on an index card, or if we had like a project or something, we'd march down to the library and we would look it up in the card catalog using the Dewey Decimal System, which I never ever understood. So I would start doing, and then I would just wait in the line to ask for information from the very cranky librarian, and the librarian would help, and I would get the information, and I would build the interpersonal skills that you see before you right here. So my nephew says, so white rice? And I was like, yeah, get me white rice. It doesn't really matter, but anyway. But guess what? After all of that, guess what arrived? White rice. Yeah, you got it, white rice. Yeah, so here's the thing, but if I like it, I would have been fine either way, like white rice, brown rice, who really cares? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really make much difference to me. But I would have been fine either way if whatever arrived. See, that's the thing. And what I would have said was, I would have said to my nephew, if brown rice arrived, I would have said, like, you know what? Sometimes you get what you want, and sometimes you get what you need. And the universe obviously thinks that I need the fiber-rich brown rice. After all, my father used to say to me, Matthew, you're so full of shit, your eyes are brown. Gosh. And after all these years, right? After all these years, finally, at this age, I know that I am not full of shit. I am half full. And I say half full because I'm an optimist. You got it. Yeah. So, incidentally, my birthday, this past birthday, I got a colonoscopy. And so this is no joke time. You definitely have to get a colonoscopy if you are of a certain age. Side note, my gastroenterologist is also a bodybuilder. I mean, he is jacked, just completely ripped, and wore like really like spandex tight shirts and everything. And I'll admit, I found it disconcerting and reassuring. I found it disconcerting because I thought, like, what if he doesn't know his own strength, you know, and he accidentally like shish kebabs me or something like that. And then I actually found it reassuring because I thought, well, you know, if there's an explosion or like an earthquake or something like that, at least he'll be able to easily, you know, scoop up my naked anesthetized body and carry me, to safety. Well, I'm happy to report that did not happen. Everything went well. And afterwards, he told me that he didn't see anything, you know, of concern. He said, you'll come back in 10 years or whatever. And then he said, with complete sincerity and humility, he said, you obviously committed to doing the full preparation, and I really appreciate that. And then he offered me a small cup of orange juice and a Lorna Doone shortbread cookie. It was just like a beautiful moment. And I like sort of groggily reached out and I accepted it, and it was so tender and so wonderful. And then all the way home, all I could think of was that lonely Lorna Doone cookie nestled somewhere inside my otherwise pristine colon. And yeah, but I digest. Yeah. So anyway, like I said, I got the white rice. But here's the thing that I realize about myself is that I'm an empath. In case you haven't noticed, I'm sure that was pretty obvious, but I am an empath, and that means I can empathize. I hear some laughing from the couch. I am an empath, and actually, so like when my nephew was doing the ordering, I felt some empathy for him because I had many years as a waiter taking orders. And actually when a little waiter anecdote, just to sort of back this up, that I would have some understanding. When I first moved to New York City many years ago, excuse me while I blow my schnoz. But when I was I moved to New York City, I was a waiter, and I worked in a hotel, and I worked the breakfast shift. And one morning I was waiting on this English guy. He was like finely dressed and everything, and he said I'll have I'll have fried eggs on white toast. So I said, great, fried eggs on white toast. And I put the order in. Well, you can see where this is going, right? A couple minutes later, I look over and I see him sitting like this. He's got a plate in front of him. He's like this. And I look and I'm like, is everything okay? And I look down and I see that he's got fried eggs, but they're not on the white toast. The white toast is on the side. And he said, in England, when you order fried eggs on white toast, you get fried eggs on white toast. And I said, wow, that sounds like a really cool place. So, yeah. So, I don't know why I made the error. I don't even know if I made the error. I don't know, maybe the kitchen made the error, but it's quite possible. Like, I'm going to take full responsibility right here. It's quite possibly that I entered the order in wrong, maybe I didn't read the computer correctly, which could be because incidentally, I got glasses. Now, here's the thing. I've never worn glasses in my entire life, but kind of recently, we have insurance for an eye doctor visit. So I figured, this is free. Who knows when we'll lose our insurance, right? So I figured I better go get the old peepers checked out since it's free, right? So I went, and they prescribed glasses for me for the very first time in my life. These are the glasses. So they prescribed them. But here's the thing, like I had no idea that there was anything, wrong with my vision. I just thought that I just thought the world was getting blurrier. You know what I mean? Like it was some sort of like side effect of global warming or something like that no one was talking about. And I was thinking, it's a good thing I didn't run for political office, because I might have run on that issue. I would have been like, and let's talk about the fact that no one's talking about the fact that the world's getting blurrier. Street signs are getting harder to read, especially at dusk, and let's talk about that fine print, huh? Am I right? Huh? Am I right? I can't hear you. No, seriously, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I want to return America to a time when background noise wasn't mucking up our hearing. We didn't have this constant ringing in our right ear, right? Am I right? I'm not wrong. No, seriously, am I right? I can't, what? Higgins 2020 vision, what? Oh my gosh. But, the point is that I'm not as young as I used to be, right? But no one is. Am I right? I'm not wrong. That's going to be my new catchphrase. Am I right? I'm not wrong. I don't think that's taken yet. I'm pretty sure I started saying that. Oh man, I started saying that probably oh man, had to be 4 years ago, at least 5 years ago. Yeah, I started that. So if you heard it prior to 2016, 2015, something like that, maybe I didn't start it. But I am pretty sure I'm the one who started. I kind of am that way, I'm pretty sure I'm the one who started that. Actually, I keep a list somewhere right here. I keep a list of things that I'm pretty sure I started, but I have no way of proving. But I'm pretty sure I started these things. Here's some things that I am pretty sure I started, but I can't prove. The voter sticker thing, I definitely started that. I remember just going and seeing, I was like, oh, what are those stickers, right? And there was just very few of them at our polling place, and I took one, and then I put it on. I was wearing my brown, it's kind of a cool jacket. It's a brown, it's like a blazer or like a suit jacket, but it's made of brown jean material, and it's pinstriped. It's wicked cool, and yeah, and it's old and it's very cool. So anyway, I think that the voter sticker thing, the expression "jump in, the water's warm," I totally started that. And I can tell you when it happened and where. It was 1991, 92-ish. I was standing outside of the Galaxy Diner on 46th Street, and I ran into a friend, and she was an old friend from high school, and she was going to get married, and Tracy and I had just gotten married, and I was looking for a way to say, oh, it's amazing, which it is, and I was like, jump in, the water's warm. And so here's something else that I'm pretty sure I started, the whole cookies and milk thing for Santa Claus, and the carrots for the reindeer. Pretty sure I started that. If not the cookies and milk for Santa Claus, then definitely the characters. Where's my head at? In a play? Then definitely the carrots for the reindeer. The expression "leave room for milk," I started that at a Starbucks one time early on. Drinking the Kool-Aid. He or she drank the Kool-Aid. They drank the Kool-Aid. I started that. That was after the Jim Jones Guyana horrible event. And I remember after that, we were living on Frontenac Street in Philadelphia. And I remember saying that. I was sitting in my dad's chair and the whole thing. So that pretty much came from me. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I started that. I know it's a cereal. But I started that as a way to say oh, that person's, got a screw loose, and then also the only one more that I've written down here is call an audible. All right, so that's a football term, but I am the one who took it from football and saying it means to call, to do something, to make a last minute decision, being forced to go okay, that option A is not going to work, that kind of thing. I'm the one who took it from there. I can't prove any of this at all, but you're just gonna have to take my word for it. In the back, this is my list of things that I want to do, but probably never will do, or definitely will never do. I want to get a Harley Davidson motorcycle. Get a tattoo, save every piece of gum that I chew, and create a giant gum ball. I won't do that. And blah, 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 blah. But anyway, here's the thing about getting a Harley Davidson motorcycle. There's a Harley Davidson that's parked on our street corner, and it's usually there, and it's just awesome. It's a Harley. It's a chopper, but not too choppery. You know what I mean? It's a cool chopper, and it's matte black. And I always see it parked there. And here's the thing, I pretend it's mine. And I don't touch it or anything like that, but I just kind of, it's just my daydream fantasy. I'm like, yeah, that's my hog, right? In my head, that's what I think. And I stop and I look at it and everything, and I check it out. Well, the other day, for the very, very first time, I saw the owner. And he was putting a saddle bag on it and stuff like that. And he was completely I looked at him, I was like, oh yeah, totally. That's his motorcycle right there. That's definitely, because it lined up, right? He was like totally rugged dude, he just absolutely looked like, he should own that motorcycle, just the way he dressed, his physicality and the way he moved and everything like that. And so he's doing his thing with his bike, and I go like this, I go, hey man. I say man when I'm trying to be cool. So I'm like, hey man, I really like your bike, man. And he goes, he keeps doing his thing. He's like, oh yeah, thank you. I'm like, yeah, man, it's cool. I go, it's cool hog, man. You got a cool hog. And he's like, oh wow, yeah, thank you so much. And he's doing his thing, and he's like, it's old, but it's been around. I'm like, yeah, man, but dude, that's the thing, man. I'm like, that's the thing about like a Harley, it's like a pair of jeans, man. It just gets better with age. And he goes like, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, cool. And I go like, yeah. I go, I hope you don't mind, man, but pretend it's mine. And he's like, what? I go, I pretend it's mine. I'm like, I don't ride it or anything. I go, I don't touch it or anything like that, but I just kind of like pretend it's mine. And he like pauses for a second, and he goes, cool, which was awesome. And then, so now I see him like all the time now, and now every time I see him, I feel like we have this bond. Like I mean, I don't want to say, maybe it's definitely like I feel a bond with him, man. I'm like, we feel a bond over our bike. And so I'm sorry, that gets me. Good job, Matt. Way to put yourself out there, Matt. Way to strike up a conversation with someone. Way to make a connection. Way to go. Great emotional contact. But yeah, so it just, I don't know. It's like I feel like my entire life, I'm having one of those moments right now where I feel like my entire life has been a journey to this point in time. Yeah. Dig it, And I have that thought a lot. I love to run. I love to jog. And I often have that feeling when I jog over the George Washington Bridge, and there I am in like Fort Lee, New Jersey, like in my little polyester shorts, and I'm all sweaty and everything. And I stop and I go like, oh God, this is where I am. I'm right here. I'm no place else in the world. I'm right here, right now, standing on the side of a road in Fort Lee, New Jersey, wearing polyester pants. And I'm kind of far from home. And it feels metaphorical for me. But I don't know what that metaphor means or what that metaphor is, which in itself is like even more metaphorical. And then I can't imagine what then that additional metaphor means. And it's like I'm existing inside of multiple real live metaphors. I'm like a Russian nesting doll, right? No. I am not like a Russian nesting doll. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God, I am a Russian nesting doll. I am not like a Russian nesting doll. I am a Russian nesting doll. Oh my God, I was making a comparison using the wrong literary device the whole time. Classic Matt! What could that mean?